Hey guys, we're going to be wrapping up Chapter 9 here with Section 8, talking about systems of linear and quadratics. So remember, a system of equations, is solved by when they graph. There's four methods to do this. You could solve by graphing. That's going to be your least accurate method. And so therefore, I'm not even going to go over this one today, but you can do that if you want. There's elimination, substitution, graphing calculator, which I will give you notes for how to do that, and then we'll have to wait till class before you could actually practice doing that with an actual graphing calculator. So let's go ahead and jump in here. But first, did you know there's a species of antelope capable of jumping higher than the average house? This is due to its powerful hind legs and the fact that the average house cannot jump. That's true. An absolutely true statement. All right, so elimination. In order to do this, it's going to be very similar to what we were doing in the beginning of the year. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to rewrite this first equation so that it lines up with the like terms. And remember, the goal of elimination is to eliminate one of the variables. So if I subtract this equation from the other one, notice here I get y minus y is 0. And then what I'm left with is negative x squared plus 39x. Whoops, that's not what I meant to write. Hold on here, let me fix that. All right, much better here. So I get 11x and then subtract 4 from 64 and I get 60. So here I have a trinomial that I know how to solve. A couple things here. This one does have a negative a term. So the way I want you to handle that is to just factor out a negative 1. Which changes the signs of all these. Whoops, that should be a minus 60. And here I'm looking for two terms of 60, or two factors of 60 that have a difference of 11. Well, that one's not too difficult to find. So we will have x, how about minus 15, x plus 4. And then I could divide this out. It's gone. So I need this set equal to 0, this set equal to 0, which for this one is going to be x equals positive 15 or x equals negative 4. All right, so either one of those are going to work. Now what I have to do is to solve the system, I need the x and y values of when that's true. So I'm going to take one of these values and substitute it back into the equation to see where it crosses. So let's go ahead and try the 15. So I'd have y equals 28 times 15 plus 4, which means y equals 424. But then you also have to do with this negative 4 here. So I have y equals, let me go down here and write it. Y equals 28 times negative 4 plus 4. So that's going to be y equals negative 112 plus 4. Y equals negative 108. All right, so the two ordered pairs for this particular system are going to be 15 and 424. See why you don't want to use graphing? That'd be really, really far. Or negative 4 and negative 108. All right, two solutions for this. Because if you think about the way the graph would look, I'd have this would graph something like this. 28 is going to go something like this. I have 2 points where they cross. I need those ordered pairs. Here's one for you to try. Go ahead and pause. The answer will be up in 3, 2, 1. All right, here's what I got as my two values. So hopefully you got the same thing. If not, go back and try to find your mistake. All right, next method is substitution. Substitution is really, really simple. I just set these two things equal to one another. So I'd have 4 minus x equals x squared minus 6x plus 10. Get everything all on the same side. So add x, subtract 4. That should look really, really similar to the elimination, because elimination and substitution are very closely related. All right, so 2 factors of 6 that add together to 5. That's pretty simple. Whoops, I don't know why I wrote that. Equals x minus 3, x minus 2. So x equals 3 or x equals 2. Substitute those back in. I'm going to use the smaller of the equations because it's going to be a lot easier. Y equals 4 minus 3, which means y equals 1. Or the other one is y equals 4 minus 2, so that y would equal 2. So when x is 3, y is 1. Or when x is 2, y is also 2. All right, so that's using substitution. Also pretty easy. It's all stuff that you should be totally comfortable with by now at this point. You're not learning anything new. It's just what to do to set these up so that they equal each other. Here's one for you to try. Go ahead and pause. The answer will be up in 3, 2, 1. All right, here's what I got. So check what you got against mine. Hopefully you got the same thing. If not, go back through and check your work against mine. All right, graphing calculator. So go ahead and just copy this down. If you have a graphing calculator at home, go ahead and try to do it on your own. But otherwise, it's just going to be copying down so you have it in your notes. And then we'll have to practice this in class when you get your hands on the graphing calculator. But basically, you push the y equals sign. Remember, that's in the top bar. Push and enter the equations. Then you push calc and then intersect, and your calculator is going to read that left to right. So you're going to get a tiny little cursor that's following along the graphs, and it's going to say the first line and the second line. You need to make sure that you just want to get your cursors close to the intersection, just a little left of the intersection on both of those lines. Then you repeat that same step for the second intersection. It's really not too bad. When you get in class and you try it, if you get stuck, just make sure you ask me, and I can help you with that. That's it for today. Pretty short and easy lesson. That wraps up Chapter 9, so we will be having our test here pretty soon. Hopefully you took good notes. I will see you all in class.